I'm leaning down, I'm wearing a filthy top, and today we're going to get down and dirty with Humphrey B. Bear. Well, hey there guys, Tori here, Uncle Flipper, Uncle Flip Flip, Geelong-Flipper, your mate. G'day, how you doing? I'm leaning down, I'm wearing a filthy top, and today we're going to get down and dirty with Humphrey B. Bear. Not the way it sounds, but we are going to clean this amazing Humphrey B. Bear that I bought a few weeks ago at this awesome Vinnie's, I think it was in Glenroy. Props. So this is the guy here. I am so torn. I love this one so much. Humphrey B. Bear was a big part of my childhood. I'm 51 now. I remember getting a Humphrey B. Bear plush toy, a stuffed toy, when I was 3 years old, and that bear exists to this day, just not with me. One of my kids has it. So we're going to give this guy a scrub. Now, some of the things on here, we did look it up, and he was a lamp from back in the day. I thought he was a money box because of the hole there. And if my head's been cut off here because I'm leaning, well, I guess bad luck, and I'm probably doing you a favour. But yeah, he was a lamp, apparently. And that would sort of make sense because there's holes in the top, probably to let heat dissipate. I don't know why they never made him brown, but one thing is for sure, he's been loved a lot over the years, and he's covered with dust and dirt. And what I want to do now is very gently clean Humphrey up and let you guys watch and have a bit of a chat while we do it, and just go about the process of like getting him back to maybe like a little bit like the way he was way back all those years ago. Made in 1982. So, you know, he's damn old. What is that? 82, 92, 2002, 2012, 2022. He's got some years on him, like we all do. But, so he's made out of like a soft rubber. So we're going to have to be really gentle and careful. For this, I am going to I'm not going to use hot water. We've got the sink right here. We've got the soft toothbrush right here. And we're just going to give him a gentle bit of a scrub and a bit of a sponge bath. See how he comes up. Then later, I am going to go and maybe buy some fairy lights to put in him and just give him life again. And I don't know, hold on to him for a little bit longer, or maybe put him up for sale. As you know, this is a reselling channel. I might pop him up for sale on eBay. But for now, we're doing it as a bit of a fun project together, have a bit of a chat, and let's get rubbing, dubbing, and scrubbing. Alrighty, let's do this. Okay, legends, first things first. So, as I was getting stuff ready, spoke to my lovely lady. This makes sense. It would make no sense for this thing to be brown, for starters, because it's a lamp. So if this is going to be brown, then that's my elbow. I'm not farting, by the way. If this was brown, it would look like crap as a light, literally. So secondly, we are of the impression that this stuff, like the old dolls from that time, this isn't me, I'm making it sound like it's my knowledge, but it's most likely made out of flexible vinyl. And that is a term that is new to me, but it makes perfect sense, of course. There is a mark on the back. Now, guys, if I am leaning over unnecessarily, it's simply bad luck. I've got no idea where this thing's pointing properly. Don't know. But made by Netta, Netta, in Australia. That's what this thing is on the back. We just had to suss that out because my eyes aren't that good. And they made a lot of dolls back in the 80s. This is just another thing they must have made on behalf of Southern Television Corporation. And I don't know how many of these were made. That would be interesting. But I dare say there aren't many in the wild nowadays because collectors would be holding on to them for sure. But this is so super cute. I can't wait to get into this and show you. Now, I did look up a little bits and pieces about how to gently clean plastic. And that was before I even decided to do this video because I wanted to clean it up for myself. And surprisingly enough, the requirements are next to none. So soft sponge, check. Soft toothbrush, check. Little bit of dishwashing detergent, check. And now here's the trick. Don't use super hot water. it will bugger it. So we're going to put some lukewarm water into the sink here, and then we'll get to cleaning it throughout the video. I'll simply just be like showing you bits like this that are looking crap, and then hopefully we'll just keep drying as we're going, and then I'll finish off the video. I might duck out later and get some night lights because I think that would be cute, and then we'll finish up with that. Okay, so there may be costume changes, but I do want to show you the end result. Let's get this water going that Humphrey can have a bit of a splash. When the stirring's done, can I lick the spoon? Of course, of course. All right, we'll give that a moment just to fill up a little bit. As you can see, it's not too hot. I'm able to pop my hand under quite readily. All right, guys, let's get straight into it. Damp sponge. Don't use that side, you're gonna wreck it. Better if you don't even have this at all, that way you're not tempted to reverse the sponge. Toothbrush is in there just for all the little fiddly bits. And a very, very reluctant Humphrey getting a dunk. I don't know exactly how these were made, or rather that their casting method. I'm going to be careful just in case that these are painted. Like already just running a wet finger over the top of Humphrey, you can see the colour is really, really vibrant. And that makes me really happy because it's just something so super cool. I'm glad that that is just dirt. Lots of dirt there, dirt there. There's dirt all over it. I actually think like already I can see it going muddy where I'm touching it with my wet hands. So I've got a really good feeling about this one. I'm going to be careful around the nose too. But you know what? I'm actually nervous about popping him in. So let's just do it, okay? Sorry, Humphrey. Wow. Okay. Now, I'm just going to give a quick surface wipe over the top, and hopefully that this will let you guys see any small wins that we have just during this process. And I'm just going very lightly. I can already see this is coming up like really nicely, which I'm bloody stoked about. The dirt is like pretty much disappearing as I do it, which would be the whole purpose of cleaning. Now, if you haven't watched the show before, my name's Tori. I live in Geelong, and I talk about reselling. I talk about eBay. I'm a bit of a nuisance on TikTok, and yeah, I take you up shopping. And basically the whole point of the channel is to try to help people by educating them about reselling and just the best way like that you can hopefully earn a small living if you want to by reselling on eBay. It doesn't have to be, you know, that you're a big time dealer with lots of money. This is the beauty of what we do. These marks are actually quite permanent. They looked like they were just mud. The rest of the dust is coming off nicely. But yeah, if you haven't given the channel a subscribe, if you're not too bored by what I'm doing right now, please go ahead. It certainly helps. And we've been making a lot of new friends on the channel. People commenting. I'm learning constantly. You guys are learning. And I think it's the best way for the channel to keep on going. And it's certainly very motivating to see all the love and support that you guys have been giving. So thank you. I know it's not for everyone, and I know some of the stuff I do, particularly on TikTok, annoys people. But stuff like this is, I think, pretty good and wholesome fun. He is actually coming up. I hope the video picks this up, but he's coming up so well. It is ridiculous. It may not be the longest of videos, but all I'm very gently doing here, I'm not worried about the underside. This was more curious, like maybe he was stuck to a base originally, which would probably make sense because the few Google image that I've seen, I've not seen a base, but they may be adhesive marks. I'm not really sure. Like this feels like it was capped because of the inside, but all the images I've seen, unless everyone repurposed them the same way, this was a lamp. And if it wasn't, it's what it's about to become. Bit of dirt around the shoulders in here. Like Jay-Z said, you know, get that dirt off your shoulders. The back of his head's quite dirty. We'll give that a bit of a stronger brush. Like I said, I'm really trying to avoid areas that have got too much colour on them because I don't want to wreck this. The back has come up really nicely. And I guess while I'm cleaning, you guys could tell me about things that you may have found when you're out op shopping or on the thrift. And I would love to know about them. So put your wins for the week in the comments below. And that would be fantastic. I'm thinking this week I went op shopping. I haven't shown you guys the video yet, but I picked up some really cool stuff. I picked up some video games. I picked up a whole heap of vintage Goosebump books. I think there were like 2 I didn't have or something like that. But they'll be on the eBay store soon. And that's one of the things I keep on saying to you guys. Books are amazing. You know, treasure your books, love them, read them, but sell them. And you should be able to pick them up usually for between, say, 50 cents to a couple of bucks at your local op shop or garage sale. Garage sales probably have cheaper books, particularly if they're moving. Like if people are moving, they're usually, I'm going to do this bit now, people are normally really keen to get their stuff gone. But so you have a good chance of buying in bulk and just doing deals with people and down the track making a nice little profit out of it too. So minimal expenditure, maximum profit. Oh my God, that was all dirt. He really does, he's starting to look as though he just rolled off their factory floor. So as a fan of Humphrey B. Bear, this is like, I am so happy. And like I said, I'm just being careful. The coloured areas, I'm just going to gently dab at. It's in the little nooks and crannies that I'm trying to get the dirt out. And we may not be 100% successful, but it won't be because we're certainly, you know, not trying our best. So no, that's not coming off. I'm trying to think of what my find for the week. eBay this week. In terms of sales, I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but in terms of sales, my week has been a little bit slow. I've still sold books and stuff. I've sold some shoes. I accepted offers, and I'm going to be doing a video about sending out offers because especially like experienced sellers will say, why do you bother? But you guys who are just learning, there are little things that the eBay app does that you may be ignoring, and sending out offers might be one of them. So we're going to cover that in another video soon. But I was so keen to do this cleaning video with you, and I'm so pleased with the results. I thought sending offers can wait. Look, if you are curious as to where it is simply under the selling tab. You will see it on your eBay app on your phone. So it's nice and easy to follow. This thing is looking phenomenal, like to the point I am kind of like, in a way, this is just dirt that went into the marks inside the inside that stamp that was on the bottom. But part of the attraction of that dirt was it made it easier to read what it was. But we're not marking it up, we're not hurting anything, we're just gently removing 40 odd years of dirt, which is fine. I'm going to give it a quick rinse. Just doing that in cold water. As you can hopefully see, I'm going to have a look. Look at the difference. Okay, that does come up on camera. I'm really, really pleased about that. So there's a few areas around here, around his vest that I've got to clean up. A little bit around the back of the head, but without overworking it. This has barely cleaned up, unfortunately. But like I said, it's on the underside. But the rest of this is bloody splendid in my books. Bloody splendid. Around the legs here. Yep, that's lifting off. I know that several of you guys out there in the reselling world are fans of Humphrey B. Bear as well. I mean, who the heck isn't? Some of you are from other countries. You obviously wouldn't have had Humphrey B. Bear. Look him up. He was a children's show. Well, he was the star of it. And he was around for a very, very long time. And he was just this cool bear. It was obviously a guy in a suit. No, it wasn't. He was real. And it was just wholesome fun. Then for a while, the woke community got a hold of it because he doesn't wear pants. I mean, people are sick, even thinking stuff like that. It was just so innocent. So yeah, I know a few of you out there in the reselling community are fans of Humphrey B. Bear. So, no. That was not very mature of me, but I didn't promise maturity. I promised a clean Humphrey. And I think we've done it. Nice and scrubbed. You've quickly heard me talk about sending out offers. But yeah, just as we're rinsing up, eBay this week was very slow. And I guess, hopefully for you guys that was not the case. It certainly was for me. I've had a couple of sales today. In fact, I sent out offers and I sold this thing at, I picked up for $4, I sold it for 30, and it was this thing that like people who play golf would use to find a sweet spot on the club. I don't know a lot about golf. I've played it maybe 10 times in my whole life, and I was mediocre. So sweet spot on the ball or on the club or something that I guess will help the keen golfer figure out how to position themselves better, or maybe where to mark the golf club. Can you hear me just crapping on? I've got no idea. It's a sweet spot golf thing, okay? $4 into 30, good profit plus postage. Accepted an offer. I've had some stupid offers this week. I don't know what's going on there. Just people, it's become the low ball Olympics. So I've knocked back offers as well. But yeah, had a couple of nice little sales. And as I've said in the past, eBay is currently my part-time gig. I write books. And yeah, I've got a very short, few hours a day job just to make sure that income keeps coming in, as I would strongly suggest to all of you, unless you've done your figures and you've decided or have the backup somewhere else financially that reselling is for you. Always make sure that you check your financial position carefully before jumping in. All right. That is as clean as that Mr. B Bear is going to get. We're going to rinse him off properly, give him a dry. I'll show you, and then we'll call it quits, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'm absolutely thrilled with how it's come out. None of the colour's been hurt, just the dirt is out of it. And as you guys saw on the video before, he's come up an absolute treat. So I'm just going to have to let him air dry a little bit on the inside because that's hollow, and obviously I can't really get in there to clean it properly. So we'll make sure that he gets enough of an air dry. But you can already see, I'm going to get behind the camera. Yeah, you can already see, check that out. That's bloody awesome. I'm loving this. And I reckon that even the bottom bits. Even the bottom bits have cleaned up a little bit with the process of drying. It doesn't look quite as manky, which is great. There we go. Honest to goodness, there's still dirt in there a little bit. I didn't want to go too hard. Obviously, I don't want to wreck him. Otherwise, he almost looks like he did just come straight off the shop floor, if they were sold like that back then. It looks a little bit too rudimentary. I mean, art number 212. Was that on all of them? I need to do some more research. Was art number 212, was this a prototype? Maybe. It does seem weird that that is hand scratched into the vinyl. I would imagine that if this was the proper retail toy, those sort of things would be stamped in, because that looks like a stamp. It's indented. Then that looks scratched in. I don't know. That almost looks hand drawn in. It doesn't look machine drawn, the words. But I wasn't around back then. I'll try to find out more before I put this show up. And if I do, then I'll put that information up there. And if I don't, you guys have got some homework. Art number 212, is this a prototype or is it the final product? And And of course, Southern Television Corp Limited, copyright 1982. That would be an interesting part of this guy's history. So we'll see what we can find out. But in the meantime, hit that subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. But more importantly, let's not just talk about Humphrey. I want to know about your wins for the week. They could be small. They don't even have to be about selling. Something fantastic that happened to you this week that has made your life just that little bit better. Share it with everyone, because it doesn't all have to be about money. It may just be something cute you found, a nice moment. And here's my nice moment. I did a video a little while ago when I was in a Vinnie's in Grovedale, and I found this weird ball. It had Spider-Man all over it. And I did a video, chucked it up on YouTube and I believe TikTok, and it was just simply, it was from Universal Studios Japan, and it was a Spider-Man soccer ball. And I was holding onto it, and as I'm doing the video, I'm thinking, this is pretty cool. I've not seen one from there. It might sell okay. And I saw a little boy looking at it. And I'd already bought some stuff. I had stock. And I thought, you know what? It's $3. And I'll probably only get 15 to 20 bucks for it, which normally I'd love that opportunity. But that little boy left with the ball. So that was my good news story. I was able to make a little person happy, and his mum was stoked. She managed to get him something that he thought was really cool, super cheap. And yeah, I got the good feels about it. So that's my win. Share yours. All right, guys. I'm off to find out more about Humphrey, but if you don't see me in another room, possibly dressed in a different top, it means that the video's over. And you can support me on Patreon if you want. Find me on TikTok, Instagram, and of course YouTube. So till next time, guys, when I do go and take you thrift shopping, see you later. So I couldn't help myself. I went and got the fairy lights and I've popped them inside him. And as you can see, I've got it down there. That's the control pack, but it actually fits inside his body. And to say that I'm impressed doesn't even begin to let you know how cool this is. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it on and you'll understand why, quite potentially, unless you offer me a truck ton of money, this little bear is not for sale. Are you ready? Get set. How cool is that?